Welcome back, everybody. The History Guy here. This is part 2 of the Battle of Gettysburg here on Ultimate General Civil War, the No Infantry Campaign Challenge. And we are patiently waiting for our Second Corps to arrive from the north so we can start turning the Union and driving him back. In the meantime, we're just going to continue to sit tight right here on McPherson's Ridge. We're going to let him come at us. Iron Brigade, 6th Wisconsin's coming, so I got to stop these guns, get them set up. I was trying to move him forward so I could start shelling his positions on Seminary Ridge, but I'm not quite there yet for that. As he's continuing to attack. Sometime in the next 2 hours in this particular segment, we should start getting those reinforcements from the north. Hopefully by the time that happens, we'll have a pretty easy time driving these guys off Seminary Ridge. In order to win the battle on day 1, we need to take just Cemetery Hill, but also hold Oak Ridge and Seminary Ridge. So that'd be up here, down here. Some of these units are starting to get small enough that we'll start wiping them out completely. Here we're seeing lead elements of the 11th Corps starting to arrive now. Which actually, this is really good. If he starts pouring the 11th Corps up here instead of up here to counter any threat from the north, that's going to make my job a lot easier. I gotta get these 24-pounders moved up. He's just going to keep on doing his little advance and retreat, advance and retreat. Fine by me. Here comes the 24th Michigan. I call them 24th Michigan because that's what they should be, even though it says 4th Michigan. Wow. I didn't think he'd get that far. He paid for it. Here's Schimmelpfennig, that's an 11th Corps Brigade. You'll notice the 11th Corps had more than most of the Union Army did of foreign-born leaders. And there were a lot of, obviously there were a ton of foreign-born soldiers in the, on both sides. You had Irish brigades, you had entire regiments of German troops. But the 11th Corps had Karl Schurz, who was German, who was a division commander. You had Schimmelpfennig, you have, I don't know that Schimmelpfennig was foreign-born, he just, I know he was very German. You had Polish guy here. There's about 4 different ways you can pronounce that name, and I believe that the pronunciation of his name had something to do with why it took so long for him to get a promotion. Von Gilsa. He's in that same corps, I believe. Alright, I'm surprised he's still attacking here. Here comes Smith. Part of Schimmelpfennig. There's the 24th Michigan, what's left of them. I'm trying to get these guns moved up so they can start hitting positions on Seminary Ridge. We just, every time I start to move him up, he attacks. Here come reinforcements. Those aren't the ones to the north. These are ones here. That's all right. That's artillery. Beautiful. Bunch of 10-pounders. Another 11th Corps brigade. So we've pretty well decimated the 1st Corps. We're taking on the 11th Corps now. Now we got a unit of 20-pounders here too. Oh good, bring up the artillery. Starting to decimate units and just completely eliminate them now. Alright, looks like he's pretty well sitting tight. And we're going to do the same as we bring up more artillery. Just soften the position. Here comes the 2nd Corps. Oh yeah, now we're talking. This is all, there's no artillery here, so this will all move pretty quickly. We'll just start bringing them down and then we'll kind of organize things as they get a little closer. We'll have more coming in from the northeast. Now we'll just start eking our way forward a little bit at a time. Get my guns in range of hitting all his troops on top of Seminary Ridge. 24-pounders aren't going to be able to do that, but we'll just keep them there for defense. These sharpshooters I'm just going to keep back. They've lost too many men. Same with these ones. And these ones here. And what I want to do here is I'm going to bring this melee cav around. I want to get all my melee cav in one spot. I'm hoping I can bring some of the 2nd Corps down, get behind these guys so that when they do break off a Seminary Ridge, they have nowhere to go. So I'm going to keep all that melee cav together. I'm going to get these mounted infantry units dismounted. And here come the rest from the northeast. Quit shooting at my artillery. Jerk. This is where I've got to be cautious because the temptation is to rush down and just grab Cemetery Hill. before he gets his reinforcements, but then all I'm doing is I'm closing the distance that his new reinforcements are going to have to go to attack me, and he gets a ton of them from right down in here. If I'm not careful, I can get myself into a really ugly situation that can turn a victory into a very bloody affair in a hurry. So what I want to do now is I want to start getting down around him. Block his escape. Just get all the melee cav together. There's 5 of them. These 10-pounders are taking a lot of casualties at the moment. He's got artillery sitting behind the hill over here. Alright, where's the supply? Don't you run. Don't even think about getting out of there. Create my own kind of custom units. No. Everything is done by their existing organization. I should have put them all in one division. Alright, here's an opportunity. I think I've got enough melee cav here that I can go in and just completely wipe out everything that's left right here. Just gotta be careful of those guys to the south. Oh no, don't run. No, don't get away. Send Meredith up after these guys. In law. Oh yeah, we're changing history. Stuart's cavalry is here on July 1st this time around. None of this, I don't know where he is and who knows when he's going to show up stuff. Like what happened historically. Oh, we grabbed some supplies. Nice. Alright, careful, careful. Let's not get into that line just yet. He's in the woods, which makes it a little tricky here. Once we clear this off, then we start moving the guns up. We're driving Cutler right into my other line, which means they're going to pretty quickly dissolve. I'm going to get hit by all of this. Grab those supplies, thank you. Alright, pull back the cavalry. Pull back the supplies. Alright, on to the next phase. He's going to start getting reinforcements now. Now the goal here is just to surround Cemetery Hill with all my artillery, pummel it into submission, and win this battle. Okay, so just want to talk through this a little bit. There's 2.5 hours to go. Now, in order to win this battle on this day, I have to not only take these positions, I have to take this one, and I have to take it probably with about a half hour to go, because it can't still be contested when the mission time runs out. Even though it'll only be about 5:30 when the mission time runs out, it doesn't allow me the option to allow the battle to continue. So the fight, Cemetery Hill has to have been taken and no longer contested by the time this 2.5 hours is up. So I really don't have a lot of time to mess around. I've got to keep moving so that I'm in position to soften his positions on Cemetery Hill in plenty of time. Where's my melee cav? Let's get them down here and drive him off of this hill. I want to avoid the town if at all possible and kind of swing around this way. And I'm going to bring all my melee cav down in here to drive him off of there. We've got to move up all the guns. So what I'm going to do with these sharpshooter units that have taken some casualties is I'll park them on my objectives in the rear so he doesn't get any ideas about sneaking in behind me. Yeah, let's take this guy out. And then what we're going to do is we're going to build our line right here and then get up all the artillery, start shelling the position on Cemetery Hill, and if needs be, we'll send the melee cav in to take the objective if we find that we're getting low on time. Let's start bringing all these guys around this way. I'll put right here in town. For the most part, we're going to send everybody else south. There we go. All right, let's pull them back. Oh, I got another melee cav unit I forgot about. Two hours to go. Now he's gonna get reinforcements. Right now, I've just got him by about 4,300 men. I haven't seen anybody from the 12th Corps yet, but I know he's gonna start getting 12th Corps units up. Let's get across this water. Things are pretty quiet at the moment. trying to get a hold order. And what I want to do is I want to have backups to all these guys. It's kind of a weird looking line, but it works. That way if he tries to charge in anywhere, we've got protection for him. Let's bring some of these other units down. Okay, looks like he's gonna let me have time. See, if he were smart, he'd be just nailing me right now before I've got time to get my artillery up, although he may not know where my artillery is. So it's more of a cautious wait and see approach. Because once my artillery's in position, then I've got all kinds of protection for this line. Okay, we can speed things up a little bit here. Oh, he found some fortifications up here. Say hello to my artillery. Oh, we're not quite in range. I want to hit his. Alright. We're going to have to scoot up. Artillery's not in range yet, not even 20-pounders. I'm not going to move it all at once in case he starts attacking me, although some of it's still moving. Here he comes. Go ahead. Do it. All right, that one's a little big. Where are we at on numbers? Still got 18,500 men. Got about 40 minutes before I'm going to have to start sending in the cav to take Cemetery Hill if I want to take it on time and not extend this battle. That should work okay. Now my artillery can light up these guys. These are 12th Corps units, I think. Lockwood, Kane, Green. Maybe 6th Corps. I'm trying. No, it's not 6th. Oh, Kane, what are you thinking, dude? Right in front of 20-pounders. And a whole bunch of men. All right, 12th Corps. Let's see, McDougal, Ruger, Candy. I'm looking at the brigade commanders. Kane, Green, Lockwood. Yeah, so these are. Looks like that's the second division of the 12th Corps. So we're facing elements of 3 Union Army Corps now. There's Candy. The 11th Corps, the 1st Corps, the 12th Corps. Okay, let's move up. Hour and 12 to go. Probably at about the 45-minute mark, we've got to move on the objective because we've got to have it in hand by a half hour so that there's time for it to no longer be contested. Let's get the artillery as close as possible to soften that position. Have the melee cav ready to storm in and take it. They're going to take casualties. No getting around that. Not quite in range for his artillery yet, and I really would like to be able to hit that artillery and neutralize it before they're able to fire on my cavalry. I love that there's no friendly fire. It makes it easier to use the artillery in situations like this. We still got 16,000 men. Now our men are in range of his artillery. Done. He's going to cease to exist in a second. Alright, 55 to go. He's down under 16,000 men now. Really wish I had more time just to work this the way I want to, but I'm not going to get that option. I mean, it's the middle of summer. It's only 4:30 in the afternoon. I should have more time than this to be able to do this. Alright, he's attacking me up here with a lot of his men. That should mean going around the right should be a little easier. I'll let my artillery hit these guys. Alright, let's get this 10-pounder back. Yeah, he's got enough of his men up this way. I've got some room to work here. Let's hit the artillery first. That's a lot of infantry going to be firing on my cavalry. It's alright. That's why I have them. For such a time as this, boys. Your sacrifice will save a lot of lives. Time is of the essence here. I've got about 10 minutes to play with. And not only do I have to drive him off, I've got to drive him off in such a way that he doesn't come back. Because if at any point he retakes Cemetery Hill, the whole thing resets. I've got to have it by 20. There it is. Now we just got to hold it. Oh, 27 is the contested timer. That means there's no room for error at all. If he turns that for even a second, it's over. We've got to protect it everywhere. All right, Meredith, get out of there. Park this melee cav right behind my line. Any threat at all has got to be neutralized quickly. Going to move the guns. I want to keep them right where they are because most of them can still fire even if it's not ideal where they're firing. Alright, let's give these guys just a second to recover some of their morale and condition. Send him up again. Man, if I had another hour, I could wipe out his whole army. What's he down to? 9,000 men. Okay. That's good enough. 8 minutes. Alright, boys, you've done your job today. Where is Whitaker going? I think we're going to be satisfied with that. It was bloody and ugly, and it took a long time to develop, but the end result is a day one victory. There it is. Okay, so we can see the number of troops that we were dealing with. In the end, took about 5,000 casualties, inflicted over 40,000 on the enemy. So very happy with that. Only lost 4 guns the whole day. That's pretty impressive. Very happy with that. Captured some 10-pounder Parrots, a bunch of Spencers. Look at all those. Those are mostly grabbed from Buford's men, I would guess. Some Burnside carbines. Man, that's the tough part there is I lost a lot of sharpshooters. Grab some supplies. Man, I really wish I could get my hands on some big guns, but I guess not. Daniel Gavin promoted to Lieutenant General. So that's pretty cool. Jesus Lilly promoted to Colonel. Let's see. Anzac Diggers, their second casualty of the war. Took out 6,300 men. That's why I love those 20-pounders. And you can see this new unit of 20-pounders. I just upgraded them from 10-pounders to 20s. Did equally as well. Oh, boy. Just a great, great day all around. All right. That takes us now. We're going to get ready for what should be a really interesting battle, the Battle of Chickamauga. We've got our first 3-star sharpshooter unit. That's exciting. What are the options here? Look, even more 100% accuracy. Oh my goodness. I actually kind of like the idea of reducing the reload time. Let's take a look where we're at. We've got one battle, Siege of Jackson, before we go into Chickamauga. Feeling pretty good about where things stand at this point. We're back up to 100% in points. We're pretty much going to stay there. Really not a lot worth spending. Maybe on some money, but that's 35. Boy, that takes me down awfully far. Maybe we'll at least buy Patrick Claiborne here so we get another colonel for free, basically. All right, we're going to wrap it up right there. Let me know your thoughts, and we will see you again probably in 3 or 4 days with the next episode. Thanks for watching.